Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. I'm Mike. Today is Monday. Hope all had a restful Shabbat and things. And I'm glad about this because I'm glad. Um, the title is "Keep an Open Mind," and we're going to talk about this for a few minutes, I would say, and then I wanted to also talk about things that we can do as a nation, as a people here in Tanzania. Yes, and it's very nice. Some of the stuff I've seen and things I witnessed. And at the same time, you ride around and when I ride around, truth be told, I don't want to talk because I'm taking everything in. I'm taking in the scenery. And so when I ride around and maybe with some other people, they notice that I don't talk. I don't take on conversation because I I want to I want to take everything in, see how my people move about, and at the same time, and see how lost our brothers and sisters are. That's I mean that's just me. That's just my makeup, and I don't impose that on nobody else. You know, I don't. But the title of it, keep an open mind and heart. And I say that with a great deal of discretion for individuals, because we have been I'm trying to see. We have, we coming out of a nation that lied to us, and it's and they also insisted that we stay in slavery, or yes, slavery, or I'm sorry, sin. That's what they insisted on. And they did it. What I mean, they had the pork, they had the shrimp, the lobster. Yeah, they kept us there because we didn't know no better. We was ignorant. But I will say this, brothers and sisters, when I tell you this, we're going to learn new information. We're going to learn, and I'm gonna say we're going. The learning is going to be on an individual basis. What you want to do, that's what it's going to be about. If you don't receive information that's coming from the scriptures, and I understand that you want to move, there's a certain way you move because I do. I just don't take people words for what they're saying. Well, when they stuck in the scriptures, you got to put that feeling aside. What is the Most High saying to me? And then that's at the same time, that's when you say a private prayer and ask the Most High to teach you as to what you're hearing. This is the thing that this is my encouragement, because I'm not going to tell you what to do. We all belong to the Most High. This is just my encouragement, brothers. Keep an open heart and mind, and at the same time, check things out. It may sound good, but it's not always. Everything you hear is not going to be good. It can sound good, but from a scriptural standpoint, it's so wrong. It is unbelievable. I'm gonna give you a good example. When I was coming into the truth, the brother talking about the uh, the Mormon Bible was an apocrypha. I didn't too much believe it, but I said I want to know what I'm turning down. That was my mentality. So I didn't buy the Bible. I just downloaded it off like one of these ebooks and things. And so and I played the audio. I think I kept it and before I started listening to it, I prayed to the Most High. If this is book is coming from you, please teach me. I didn't get no teaching out of it. Now, I mean, you got these brothers out here that they're going to swear by the that book. No. And what I got out from the book is a book that was put together recently, and that there was kind of a bullying of that book. It did not sit well in my spirit, and it didn't take it. Matter of fact, I didn't go through half of the Bible. No, I didn't. But the Most High will let you go in there and do it. And if His Spirit is not with you, and there's no understanding, it's best to leave it alone. Now, what that brother was saying, that it was part of the Apocryphus, I don't see that. I do not see that. Not one red cent. I have not read in one of those books that mentions Yahusha or Yahuwah. That's just me now. That's just me. But going back, and this is the reason why I'm saying that that mindset of where we coming from and what has been told us, we taking it to heart, especially since this awakening. We taking it to heart. We're not even trying to entertain unnecessary nonsense. We question everything that you say or do because we know how it feels to be misled. We know exactly how that feels. And so now, and at the same time, brothers and sisters, we cannot, I ain't gonna say what we cannot do. We're grown. My encouragement, when someone is coming to you with some new information about what's in the Bible, saying, hey, we doing this wrong. Okay, prove your point from the scriptures. The moment you hear this, brothers and sisters, and I heard people say this, or I heard I heard one teacher say this. One person claimed he said he's a teacher. I'm gonna say it that way. And he said, before he read the scripture, he said these words: Shalom, Sister Coco Mango. Nice to have you in this morning. This Monday. And he said this. He was about to read the scripture. And then he said, you have to understand this scripture. You got to take this scripture this way. I was done with him when he said that. Sister Monica, shalom. Shalom, sis. I was done with him when he said that. You don't sit up here and tell me how I need to understand that scripture. That duty belongs to only one person. That belongs to the Most High. You're just a mouthpiece. That's all you are. When you hear a person tell you, hey, you got to understand the scripture this way. No, they don't tell you what you got to do. No. The Most High don't even tell you what you got to do. He just tell you, the scripture means this. Boom, you have that understanding. We're not here to browbeat nobody. And see, now this particular person, he went to seminary school. He went to all these type of school to get all these so-called biblical teaching points. That's where he went. And see, that's, and I tell you, brothers and sisters, I mean, with this awakening, we're not trying to play with this because it concerns our very life and that of our families. This is the reason why we question things now. We do. We question where you getting that from. There's some brothers out there that believe that Joseph was the father of Yahusha. I'm one that do not believe that. I do not believe that. But this is where we at. When I say, if you don't believe it, make your stance. Hold on to your teachings from a scriptural standpoint. Outside of that, man, please, you speaking what you think, what you thought, and all that. The scriptures does not even in any shape, fashion, or form mention um, Joseph being the father. If he was the father, why did he wait to what did they call it? Consummate his wedding after that child was born. It's called common sense to me. That's just one. That's just one point that some of these camps or brothers or sisters understanding. That's where I get them at, and so they can't answer that. They go. This was they fall back to tradition. Oh, this is what they did. This is what they. I said, right now we're not dealing with tradition. We're dealing with what the scripture says. Shalom, Brother Dylan. But having an open mind, brothers and sisters, we need it. We do need it. Because you may run up on a brother and he may sound, or he may say, well, I ain't gonna say sound. He may be knowledgeable. Let's just say he's knowledgeable. But at the same time, not one of us is going to know those scriptures from A to Z. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You're gonna have a misunderstanding somewhere down that line. But the thing about it is how you humble yourself to learn something. If you used to teaching and things, I find it, this is just me now. If you're used to teaching, I find that teachers are hard to take things in because they feel so strongly about it because they've been doing it for whatever, how many, forever, how long. But if we can't have a heart to understand, to take things in, hey, this is, a new understanding, a better understanding. Come on now. That's the thing. Having that mindset, an open heart, open mind, and at the same time, always putting the Most High first and foremost, and asking Him to teach you whatever this person is saying. And that's what we need, because we know for a fact where we're coming from and where we're hoping to go to. We're not even trying to entertain Christendom. We're not even trying to entertain Islam. But now when you got other brothers that's in the well, let's just say it this way: we got brothers and sisters in the fold that's teaching or saying something that is not based on scriptures. You got to hop on it. You got to hop on it. Period. Because now it can affect a lot of people in the congregation. That's what it can do. And it will do. That's what it will do. And so when we maintain an open heart, open mind, at the same time with a great deal of shrewdness, you question things. I mean, what? You going to the church right now. Going to a church, question that preacher. Question him. And you may get him, well, you go get him hemmed up on some things. Then he go get mad. Now he's taking it personal. So now he's going to get upset. Then, but eventually he go find a way to wiggle himself out of it. But it's the back end what he's going to do on the back end. He's going to, your name will be dirt in the church. Trust and believe. And he will be the one who will be behind it. Shalom, Sister Van P. He's going to be behind it. No, because you came in and you questioned them, and that's what the church is near about. They might go ahead and teach it and say, hey, you can't question uh, the preacher or the leaders in the church. Yeah, that's what got us in trouble the first time. That is one of the things that got us in the predicament in which we are in today. Start asking more questions. And Israel did just that. When we start waking it up, oh yeah, we start asking questions, and at the same time, we gave them understanding. They didn't give us understanding. We gave them. That book was not written for them. It was written for us. That's who it's written for. Not for tomorrow, next year, for today. That's who it's written for. And the sooner you understand that, the better off you're going to be. Period. You're going to understand. Oh, this book was written for me. Yes, it was for us. And you got some brothers that are diligently in those scriptures because they sin. Hey, you mean to tell me this here? Hey, well, I mean, and that there, we're not supposed to be eating pork. We're supposed to be doing this way. Yeah. And we should be quick about making changes. That was the scripture say. We should not delay. We should not delay. I'm gonna give you a good example. I spoke with Sister what is his name? Sister Bantu Lisa, and I spoke with some other brothers also, some elders, and they said, Mike, you know what? We need to go ahead and nip this stuff in the bud. All of this stuff is going around, and these brothers and sisters are losing confidence in the brothers as to when it comes to business dealings and things of that nature. We need to go ahead and start calling people out. We need to go ahead and start naming names. Brothers and sisters, when I say you got is my encouragement is to keep an open heart and open mind, because truth be told, that's supposed to have been instituted a long time ago. That's how you keep order. When people think they can do what they want to do, they're going to do it. And at the same time, they can claim Hebrew, but they're wearing the get up of Babylon because they feel they can say and do anything to you because there's no accountability. That's a closed-minded individual, because now there's some teaching that they are not following or choose not to follow. That's that's the thing. They choosing not to follow certain things that they should be doing. And then if they used to being in a particular clique, and they got the support of that group and that group over there, what you think they're going to do? They go continue to maintain no accountability because they feel I got this over here, I got that over there. But brothers and sisters, no, that should not be the case. So let me come out there and take Sister Coco Mango and say, sister, you know, I got this here, I got this going on over here in Africa, and so on. So you can do, you know, do you want to invest and so on? So she invests. She invested, right? Let's just say hypothetically, she gave, let's say, $10,000 to invest into this business I got going on. And so as time goes on, Sister Coco asked me, he said, Mike, so how is the investment looking? How are we standing? I mean, is there any progress and things of that nature? I'm like, well, no, since you know things there take time to build up and things of that nature. All right, she'll give you that. She'll give you that. When time goes on, all right, I'm calling back. Now you You know you done some dirt. You done some dirt. But now you getting tired of her calling. What do people do when somebody keep calling and checking on their investment? They get irritated because they know they done dirt. They done something that's not profitable. And so they try to go around the conversation. This is what people do. This is what I have experienced. And so they say things to get the other person offended. And so now that opens up a door for him for retaliation. That's what it opens up. Now you literally have bad blood that is boiling because now you wanted to get that person off your radar anyway because you know what you've done. See, that's that accountability. But when you're dealing with now, if Sister Coco said, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, Brother Mike, I invest, but let me do this here. Can we have the elders get involved so we keep everything copacetic?" Okay, that's a smart move. That's a smart move. Now, she's just not going to take my word for it. She got two other witnesses to say, hey, this was so and so and so, and this here and that there and everything. And so, in the event that the endeavor does not work, whatever contract you come up with, that's how you're going to be. That's going to be that contract, and that's what the brothers are going to look at. Well, brother, it didn't work out. So, in your contract, what you all agreed to was that you was going to give her like so much of a percentage back to her. Period. Brothers and sisters, start moving in that direction going forward when you're dealing with brothers and sisters. Bring in some elders. If you're going to do anything on this continent, bring in the elders in your conversation. Let them hear what you got going on, along with the person that you're going to do business with. You got two elders, and then you come up with a contract. And these two elders are hearing these things. We will have to do it that way, brothers and sisters, because this nonsense is out of control. And all it's doing is brewing in discontentment. I ain't gonna necessarily say confusion. It's brewing hatred. The love of these brothers and sisters is falling off. That's what it's doing. It's falling off. Oh yes, you go after. Anytime you bring the elders in, they're going to open up with prayer. And they're going, now this is the thing. And then they're going to involve the Most High. They're going to involve him. So if anything goes south and this brother may be on some shady stuff, he's going to get dealt with. He's going to get dealt with. That open mind and heart, we need that. We need that. We need these things put in place. Because I tell you, if we don't, it's going to continue to get worse. That's what's going to happen. It's going to continue to get worse. Like I said, brothers and sisters go feel they can say and do anything they want to do without any repercussions. And we need to nip that mindset. We need to rip it out. When brothers and sisters realize, hey, well, you know, this here, no, this here, no, no. That mindset, we gonna need it, brothers. We need it. And my encouragement is this, brothers. You doing any business with any other brother, especially on this continent, bring in some elders, bring in some witnesses, and whatever understanding you all have it in writing. Yeah, that is, sister. That's correct, Sister Monica. The scripture said in the last days the love of the greater number will cool off. Yeah, it said that. Now that's the, Brother Dylan, the law, the laws that we have that's out of our books, it covers all of that. All we got to do is look at it and reinstitute it. That's all we need to do. But don't get me wrong now, brothers and sisters. The elders taking up that mantle, ooh, that's a very heavy one. I ain't gonna lie to you, it is heavy. It is heavy. You talking about hearing a whole lot of cases? Yes, it's heavy. And so I was talking to a brother, and I said, no, we need to, because brothers and sisters, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you just imagine this, let me just say this. Imagine this. Now you have a body of elders, brothers who's giving up their time to listen to cases and to pray to the Most High and at the Most High to give His judgment. Well, and that's what we do. But those brothers and sisters, I would say it has to be. This is just me now. I'm just saying, it's just me. If we get a body of elders, they want. I won't necessarily call it a GoFundMe, but there needs to be some type of fund set aside for those brothers who's taking this time up to oversee a nation of people. Because trust and believe, brothers, eventually it's going to, yes, it's going to grow. It's going to grow. And so it's like, because, you got brothers, these brothers, they got families too, just like we do. Some of them, and then they go to work. And they work all day. And then they come home for all day. And, brother said, I got to get on this computer. I got the Zoom meeting to handle this case here. He's coming back home from work and hearing the cases of Yasharel. Yes. That's just my that's my take on it. That would be my take on it. But we do need it, brothers. And it's this is a conversation that we need to be having a whole lot more. But it seems like things are popping up and brothers are taking this to heart now. And it's the formulation of those group of elders to take up that responsibility. Yes. And that's where it's at right now. Now on the other note, brothers and sisters, I noticed some things here in Tanzania. Like I was telling you, riding around, I like to just look and observe. That's what I like to do. And because at least I take in more when I see our brothers and sisters move about and things of that nature, and how they do things. When we went out to Sister Lisa's garden, what's that brother name? Brother Mickey. Now he's a Tanzanian. And we was walking, and I think I said this to you all. And he said, "Man, you smell that?" I said, "No, I don't smell nothing." He says, "A big snake." I was like, "Hold on, brother. I'm trying to figure out where he at. Hold on. I'm trying to stay behind him." Well, he said it's close by, but it's a big snake. He's not on us now. He said, "You can smell it." I said, "Man, no, I can't smell no snake. I can't smell it." It's the brothers and sisters here. They can help us. You gonna need a Tanzanian if you come here off the top. Because if you don't, one, they will rip you. I ain't gonna say other Tanzanians you will get overcharged. They ain't gonna say rip you off. You're going to get overcharged. So you need that one or two trustworthy Tanzanians who can speak for you and things of that nature. But one thing I have noticed, A lot of them do a lot of things. A lot of the brothers here, they do things that's outlined in the Bible, and they don't even realize it. They do not realize it. The only thing I would say that is well, that's handicapping our brothers and sisters here is lack of education, um, lack of education. Because I was talking. Well, I wasn't talking. I was using Google Translate and things, and so the brother, he couldn't read. Excuse me, he could not read. His brother, like late 30s, he couldn't read. The education, and they say it's about a seventh grade education. This is how they set our brothers and sisters up. This is what they did. So I did a video and I was telling Brother Galen, I was like, this outfit, the way they get, there's like an, let me see, they got the hotel I'm staying in. He has like a little, you walk in, let's just call it a living room, but there's four units in this one particular location. 4 bedrooms, each one in the bedroom has his own bathroom and, you know, and things of that nature. But it's 4 bedrooms. You got your own keys to all of them, but let me call it a living room. The living room is for everybody. And so this is what this man set up. So he has he got 3 units like that, 3. And he rents them all out as hotels, which is a very smart move. And I was like, wow. And then so that within itself is a business, brothers and sisters. If you're thinking about doing anything on Tanzania, and then but my suggestion is this: if you really want a revolving door, I'm talking about customers. Um, my suggestion, from what I have seen, you need to be on the main road. These back roads, mm, yeah, and that's how your business is going to be. But a main road, oh no, it's going to be a revolving door. So when you're thinking about doing business here, know your main roads are your foot action, the traffic, all of that. Hold on just for a moment. Hold on just for a minute, brothers and sisters. Hold on just for a moment. I'm sorry about that, brothers. I had to talk to that brother. Me and him, we we um we we had a similar business, and so we were if I got a contract with a company, boom, I will give him all the contacts that I had, and all he would do is email. They'll send him a contract off the top, and he did the same thing for me, and that's how the brothers did it. You know, it wasn't just because the one we looked at it like this: one of us is going to get a nice size contract, and we hire other brothers, and that's how we did it. I mean, we used to go into. Let me give you a good example. We used to what is it? DSW. Now this brother, he had the contract to DSW brothers. We were smart about that stuff. We were smart. They knew how long it took for us. I mean, it took to do one store, and they would give us like 3 or 4. No. Yeah, 3 or 4 days. They would give us 3 or 4 days to run the wires, hook up all of the POS or the computers, the back office with the printers, the phones, the cameras, the alarm. That stuff was set out for like, no. Let's go 4 or 5 days. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. We knew that money was time. And what we did, we would spend one whole day. When I say day, I'm talking about that night too. And Shalom, Brother Robert. So what we would do, in order for us to get more money, we worked all night long. We worked all night long. And the way the contract was written up, they paid us for that from Monday through Friday. That's what it was. So we was like, man, bumping. I said, let's run all these wires. Let's go and put a lot of this stuff together. That first day, we did half of that job. Second day we came in, no, we stayed all night long till we got finished. We didn't plug nothing up, but all the wires, everything was in place. All we had to do was walk. And what we did was, one day he would go there and plug stuff up. I didn't go, but I'm still getting paid. So the next day I would go there and I would clean up the whole place, all the boxes and everything, take it outside. Now on that Friday, we both showed up, and we just walking around, things of that nature. The job been done a long time ago. They put it out there. This is how long this is going to take to do. Brothers, we was making money on the other side doing other jobs. That's what we was doing. And let me tell you something about us. If we work together, we can do some beautiful things. Yes, you're right, Brother Dylan. It was teamwork, and he wasn't the only one. Had another brother. It was a lot of brothers. We all worked together. Because truthfully, I thought I was the only black technician out there because I never seen another black technician. And I ran up on that was Dre. Who else? There was another one, Ramsey. But we all started working together. We all worked together. Shalom, Sister Kathy. That's what we did. And the same thing should be done here. I mean, we went to this brother's shop yesterday where he has people that sews the African garbs, you know, with the fringes on them and things. So he has a shop. We was out there yesterday, and talking about the Bible and having Bible study and things of that nature. It was just a good thing to get out because I tell you, sitting around is not my cup of tea. But just to get out and see what other brothers are thinking and things of that nature, what kind of conversation we got going on. And but working together, brothers, I'm telling you, we can do some wonderful, exciting things just by working together. But it's that mindset. Where are you at in your line of thinking? Where are you at? Are you trying to get over on your brother? Are you really trying to work with your brother? It's two different worlds. Two different worlds. So when the money start coming in, do you tend to get greedy? It's that mindset. And here, yes, we have to contend with that, with the locals, because this is where they're coming from. They're coming from um, working 8 hours a day and getting paid like $2, $2.50. That's what it amounts to all day long. And I'm talking about shoveling rocks. This is what our brothers and sisters have to contend with. I drink that water, good gracious. But working together, brothers and sisters, I mean, and just give you a good example. Like I was telling you about the hotel. See, Brother Dave, he's a painter and he's a skimmer. When I say skimmer, it's like he take concrete um, and he skims the wall to smooth it out, make it look like drywall. Put it that way. He make it look like drywall to get it, to get everything smooth, to get it to be painted. So, but you have a brother over here that's a contractor, a building contractor. So now this brother, all right, this is how you move money around. This is how you strengthen relationship. Now you got this construction company. You built the building. Now you need it painted. Get the brother here. This is how you move money around. Hey, brother, we need this painted, so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. And you have you have an understanding, the payment and all that stuff. And he do what he do. Yes, he do what he do. So he come in and do his thing. Then find another brother. If you're going to lay tile down, find a brother that lays down the tile. Hey, this is what we want. Brothers, sisters, if we do not fight to come together, we will always be apart. The Most High is going to draw us in. He's going to draw us in. He is. But if you lazy, the Most High ain't going to change you from being lazy. If you lazy, you need to change your own mindset. You need to change your mindset. If you lazy and you don't like working, you got a problem. You will be in the poorhouse. Or you may be, you may not be lazy. You may be that person that's like, no, I just live very, very minor. And that may be that person's mindset. I mean, teach his own. But I tell you, when we start thinking that way and working with our brothers and sisters, because you may have a sister, she may be good at sewing bed sheets. Brothers, our business needs to be with that sister. That's where it needs to be. It needs to be there. Because the more we move money, the more we deal with our brothers and sisters, we win and well, let me say two. I'm gonna say two thus far. One, you win over your brother or sister, you're forming a relationship, and you're moving money within the family. Three. If we maintain that relationship with our brothers and sisters, that right there, that there is that's a strength. Shalom, Brother Ricky. Nice to have you in, brother. That within itself is a strength. It is. But all of this, it boils down to a line of thinking, keeping an open mind, and your heart condition, keeping an open heart. I mean, not everybody is what's the word? Built for that. Some people has to grow into that. So you will have to vet your brothers and sisters. I mean, if you got a business, you have a business, that you are in. I mean, if somebody want to ask you about your business and how you do things, they want information in order to make a sound decision. Are you the perfect fit for this particular job? And my thing is, don't take offense to it because they're asking you questions. I mean, they just want to know because it's them that's spending their money. It's them that investing or spending their money with you. And the more you do right by your brothers and sisters, the stronger you become, the stronger they become. Because now that trust is strengthening up. That trust amongst brothers is strengthening up. For what the world has put us in, we're tearing it down. And truthfully, brothers, it'd be a beautiful thing if it can be done a lot quicker than what we're doing. Because the nonsense that we got, I'm getting tired of saying nonsense. The upheaval that some of our brothers and sisters are experiencing, it takes away from that. It does. When you want to come together as a family, as a nation, and then you may have individuals that's doing something totally opposite. Yeah, it brings in discouragement. It does. It brings in discouragement. But along with hold on. Brother Dylan, man, that you got brothers around here, man. I mean, let me put it this way. They just lay around all day long. If they're on that motorcycle, they taking a nap on top of the motorcycles. If they're not taking a nap, they sitting around up under a tree playing checkers. And I'm talking about from old man to young man to old man. In business network, yes, that's one thing we need. I was talking about, I gave you an example with brother Ricky, with the farming things. And truthfully, brothers, this is just me, and this is just me. If it, me myself, we're going to get this farming started. Like I said, just got to go back to the States and do what I need to do to get things properly put in place. And I was talking about brother Ricky. See that right now, in my line of thinking, it's best for me to do business with a brother that's here. Because we will understand the movement of money. He gonna know, all right, he gonna keep some money, he gonna keep some money on the side. But he gonna know, all right, the majority of this money has to be moved. And the last thing you want to have in your pocket is paper money. Brothers and sisters, if you out there and you got $250,000 in the bank, you waiting for a disaster. You waiting for a disaster. That 250,000 should be at least $250,000 worth of gold or silver or some type of property. It don't need to be money. It do not need to be money. Everything is going digital in that respect. But you are rich by the means of your assets. If you think I'm joking, brothers, look it up. When I told you, brothers and sisters, I buy my tools, I'm naked as a jaybird. That's what hurts me. I mean, granted, I trusted the brothers and things, all that. When that man told me he sold all my tools, I'm like, man, what? That's worse than bankruptcy. In my case, that's worse than bankruptcy. So when I say holding on to a lot of money is the worst thing, it is the worst thing to do. Silver is only $35 per troy per ounce, and that's brother Ricky, and he been stacking. He understand. Ricky gonna understand what I'm saying. He's going to, and I think you other brothers and sisters understand what I'm saying too. But I know he's going to understand because he knows he can always take that, put it in the bank. Hey, I want to borrow money against it. That's what he can do. But you can't borrow money. I mean, you can borrow money against money, but the time is going to come where that paper dollar, toilet tissue going to be worth more than that. Toilet tissue is going to be worth more than those hundreds of dollars or hundred some $1,000 you got in the bank. Because that's what it's going to amount to. It's not advantageous to hold on to that type of money, and especially with they giving us warnings, brothers. They letting us know this is what they're trying to do. They want to bring in this digital platform. They brought in a digital platform. They want this dollar to go belly up. And if you holding on to that, this is just my suggestion. You ain't got to do what I say do. No, you're grown. Invested in assets. In assets. Now, over where Brother Ricky is, once you get your citizenship there, and I think that the sister told me it's like $700. $700 for your citizenship in not Malawi. Um, where's Ricky the man? Not Wanza. Brother Ricky, where you at, bro? It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, there. All right, Ricky said he buy assets. He understands it, and it earn interest off my assets. Get a loan. Yeah, that's what exactly. Zambia. That's it. Zambia. And so now, for the brothers and sisters in the chat, I mean, look at it. So he get interest off his assets, and then with his assets, he can take a loan. He can take a loan on that stuff to do whatever he need to do. If he want to just like want to build a house, he can do that because he have all the assets sitting on the side that the world knows that they can use. They know that this is where the money is at. Shalom, brother Eric. Shalom. That's what he knows. I mean, brother Eric, same thing. He took his money and applied it to property in Zanzibar. That's what he did. So now, instead of him having paper dollars that can eventually go up in smoke, yes, you know what, brother Ricky, on that crypto, I'm kind of leery of it. I'm in it too. I'm in it too. But I think it's going to come to a time where I'm gonna have to cash out because it's digital, and that's a thing that kind of don't sit right with me. Yeah. And so it's okay. I don't know too much about it. Let's put it that way, and that plays its part as to why I feel the way I feel about it. I feel once it get to a certain amount, I just pull out. Yeah. All right. And so yeah, that's what, brother Rick, and I'm gonna say this. When the digital world came in, I knew it was gonna be problems. I knew it because now it doesn't take analog lines to hack into the digital. All it takes is a signal. That's all it takes is a signal. And I'm like, wait a minute. Everybody, that's when back in those days, what was that? 90s. Everybody had a cordless phone in their house. They still had the corded phone, but they had the cordless. I did, Sister Kathy, and I talked to Sister Sister Waters, and she said that, you know what, matter of fact, she told me it was $900 for the ticket. But what I did, sister, I'm gonna tell you this, and I got to jump over to this conversation real quick, brothers, because I did ask for donations for the flight for me to return to take care of some business. What had happened, sis, um, when QTUA sent that letter, that email out, stating time I'll resign and all that stuff, you know, they had attached to it a plane ticket set for March of 2025. But the ticket is only going to take me to Atlanta. They very well knew I live in my house, I live in Arkansas. So they hemmed me up. So Brother Mike Roebuck, he found the ticket. He said, no, Mike, you gotta give him a call, but it's going to cost you some money. You got to find out how much that is. You got to call them first because you go change the date. So now you change the date on the ticket, you know, and especially around in December, you know, yeah, you're gonna get hit. And so right now, Sister Joan, I have a ticket to return. I just got to give these people a call to find out how much it will cost for me. One, to change the date. Two, how much the ticket gonna cost me to get from Atlanta to Arkansas. So that's the thing. Oh, Brother Rick, you got family in Little Rock? Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I got family all up in Little Rock, bro. And so that's the dilemma that I got to work out and think, because he called me back. He said, no, Mike, I found the ticket. This is what you can do. And so it all worked out because, it worked out a little bit, but he was looking at the fact that he looked at it and he said, man, they just got you going to Atlanta. He said, you don't live in Atlanta? I said, they knew I didn't live in Atlanta. They knew it. But that's the further the flight is going. So I got to take it from Atlanta to Arkansas. So I hope to have that information. Tomorrow, because I have to give them a call. But other than that, brothers, brothers, this is the reason why I say we need elders to sit and hear these stories. I'm not built that way to hem a brother or sister up like that. I know you live in a particular. I know if Brother Ricky came, him and his family came to visit me, and let's just say hypothetically speaking, they fell on hard times, and they're going back to Zambia, and I send them and I get them a ticket to Malawi. How stupid is that? How stupid did that look? Why would I would give them a ticket to Malawi? That's so stupid and idiotic. It is unbelievable. But this is the dumb stuff that we're dealing with. These are the things that we're dealing with. Sister Lisa, over there dealing with the same thing. Two other sisters, Sister Donna, she dealing with some stuff. Bad deals. All of them are, well, I'm gonna call it bad deals. They bad deals. And we should not be that way. We shouldn't be. Sister Lisa, no, she hopped on it. She's hopped on. I'm gonna tell you exactly what she did, what she's doing. She's calling brothers and sisters out. she went and got her a Zoom account and asking brothers to come on and explain themselves and find out what's going on, because this stuff needs to be nipped in the bud. She asking elders to come on, hear some of these cases of these brothers and sisters. And let's start to rectify this. Let's bring in that accountability in order to put brothers and sisters on point when you come down to dealing with your brothers and sisters. And I understand exactly what she's talking about. And I understand how she's feeling. But this is the type of energy that we do not need. Because right now, you got Brother Ricky, you have Brother Eric Tinsley, you got Who else? You got all these brothers and sisters on this continent that's working to pave the way for other brothers and sisters. The frustration that Ricky went through and his family went through in Dar es Salaam, he learned from it. He learned from it. Yes, he did. He said, "Man, I'm not mad at Dar. Dar es Salaam taught me stuff, and he's not lying. Dar es Salaam will teach you will learn. You will learn. You will get used to power outages. You will get used to water being turned off. You'll get used to it, and you start to adjust. Then you start saying, you start to, you start to get snuggled right on in. But then when you start to advance, now you know exactly. All right, I can afford this. Let me put a solar system on my house. Let me go buy a generator. Sis, yes, they are. That's what they're doing. All this honesty, half truths, hidden truths, all that. Yeah, it needs to come on out. It needs to come on out. And when they start hearing about this stuff more and more and more, they're gonna know. Well, we can't. If I'm gonna deal with these people here, they will call the elders on you. And if you know you on some shady stuff, mm-mm, no, no, no. I got you, Rick. But man, let me tell you something, bro. Um, and it's to the brothers and sisters who are making plans to come here. It just might happen that you come here in the hotel, the lights goes off. I was in the hotel, the power went off. That elevator, boom, it stops. I don't play that one though, but it stops. It does. And so the generator that they have, one of them is strictly for that elevator, and there's only one that's going to work. But now, if you in it, you're gonna get down, but you ain't gonna get back on it because it's not gonna go back up. You got to take steps. Shalom, Sister Pixie Dust. Yeah, we've been here for a moment, but yeah, oh yeah, yeah, and but it's an experience. So now the brother and sister call brother Ricky, he go lay it down to you. If you call brother Eric, he's going to lay it down to you. He goes, man, it's a beautiful place and so on and so. And they're gonna give you the pros and what you need to watch out for the cons because they have their experience. They have it. We all got that. We all have that. And so it's a beautiful thing traveling back, traveling to Africa. It is. It is. I kid you not. Truthfully, I don't want to leave. I don't. I'll be straight and frank with you. I do not want to leave. I know that we can get this farm up and running, but to be on the safe side, let me go back there, get my house in order and my business. Boom, boom, boom. I'm right back. And it's going to be strictly business. It's strictly business. Yeah, you're right. What did you say, Brother Rick? A wise person told me, if you want to be wise, learn from other people's mistakes. Yeah, that's all you got to do is sit back. Sit back, listen, and pay attention. That's it. That's it. You know, we're at a time where we seeing things happen, seeing things happening rather, and we have to either we can learn from it, act upon it, see what you can get out of it. Amen. Hold on, Brother Dylan. We believe brothers and sisters need cheap accommodation, housing to stay in East Africa. The Yashua Fund. We praying. Okay, all right. You know what? Let me now, Brother Dylan. I was speaking about that earlier. Um, You got family in Dumas? Yeah, I know about Dumas and Osceola, Arkansas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shoot, you may even talk to Ricky too. um, there's they have. I mean, everything they do here. They do not build frame homes. There's no frame homes here. Termites eat it up. Termites will eat it up. They eat it up like it's a waif. I mean, they just eat it up. So, if you have money, or you say you want to do a business or whatever, brick making, brick making, because everything here is about bricks. Sidewalk and some of the roads, brick. That's what they have here. That'd be a nice business for a brother or sister to have. And so you're talking about bricks. And then if you say, you have all these brick making machines. Now, mind you, now these machines are not bulky machines. They're pretty small compared to machines. Um, you have the bricks. You're making bricks. You might well go ahead and say your other business is construction. Now you have a team of construction that comes and take these center blocks and start placing these blocks, getting everything set up. But there is a it needs to be another way when they start running power, because once you cannot just drill into a brick and think you're going to shoot a piece of wire up the wall. It doesn't work that way. Mm-mm. It's like what they do. Um, they cut a line on the wall, chip out all that brick, chip it out, and then lay the wires and the pipe inside that. And then they come back and skim it and cover it up. That's time consuming. It's very time consuming. What I was saying was this here. Oh, you gotta, I mean, if you land, you're going to skim the wall. You go skim it. So my thing is this: um, get a jig, or I call it a jig, and you lay it on that wall, mount it to the wall, or whatever the situation may be. But you ain't got to come back telling me you got to cut bricks, because you already got that thing. You already got it in place, and I can go right along with the wall, and you're done. But they don't do that here. They do not. They'll sit right there, lay the bricks, or all the way up, and then they got to come back and cut holes and everything, and cut lines from from the ceiling down to the floor. So there's going to be some education on our part to show the brothers about working extremely smart. When I say extremely smart, I'm talking about being extremely smart about how you work. You know, let me see what you say, brother. Um, what is a ram earth home, brother Ricky? Oh, the Great Wall of China. Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, I never heard of that though. But I tell you, I mean, we some smart people, extremely smart. All we have to do is use it. That's it. That's all we got to do is use it, apply it, um, and move on that way. I'm serious. That's all it takes. We're some smart people. The Most High, when He said that He would not absolutely abandon His people, and we are living witnesses to that. And putting money has to be wisely distributed. If business pop up, small or big, inputting money has to be wisely distributed. Legally binding representation and beneficiary signatures. Yes, exactly. How about Brother Dylan? That's when you fall back on these elders. When brothers and sisters came up with an agreement, All right, let's just say hypothetically speaking, you got brother Ricky and you have brother Eric. They say, hey man, we can do this business and so on and so. So when they get down to it and they want to make that verbal agreement, call in the elders. Hey, this is what we came up with. This is what we're going to do. This is what's going to happen. They hearing it. So if anything go wrong, they can always call on those elders to rectify matters. We're going to have to get used to that now. Haphazardly, just taking somebody for their word. We seeing right now that's not working now, because when there is no when there's no spirit of accountability, I mean, you up in the air. You are up in the air. Wait a minute, brother Dylan. I mean, not brother Dylan. Um, Ricky. Yes, this sister showed me the machine where they was literally taking the dirt from the ground and they made blocks. It was a machine. The machine cost. What she was showing me, it was like in between $600 and $900. That's all. Yes, send me that, bro. Send me that. Yes, you got my number. Yeah, send it to me. But I mean, these are the things, brothers. I mean, you, if you got land and you got that machine, all you need to do is hire you some workers. And then, hey, I sell bricks. You don't know how that would turn out for you. At least you have income coming in, and the brothers, they're gonna know who you are, where you are. When they get ready to build something, and you making bricks, they're gonna look to you. All right, let me go spend my money with this brother. Brothers and sisters, I tell you, when you start putting this stuff together, you start moving the money the way we did it in Babylon. Period. That's it. That's it. I mean, I agree with you, brother Dylan. I do. Well, it is a huge business. Um, it all depends on how many machines you got. Because I know if you spend like $26,000 for those machines, no, you gonna have a whole lot of machines. I counted. Let me see how many machines was that? I think it was 26,000 total. I think it was like 15 different types of brick making machines. 15. But I would say you would need a warehouse, or you're gonna need land. You're gonna need land for all of that, because especially when you're making the bricks, because those bricks need to sit out in the sun, and some need to go ahead and cure and all that. So, and then you got, have people out there working and they know how to, make sure that bricks are covered up and things of that nature. And then once that are done, you set those to the side. Brothers and sisters, listen to me. That's a business that we need to, and some of you brothers and sisters need to be looking at, because if you following the faith, you already know that the Most High says He's going to put His people back on this continent. All we have to do is think about the near future. Put yourself in a position. All we have to do is look at the scripture. Now, what type of business do I want to start? Let me get into the scriptures. The scripture's going to tell you what the Most High said He's going to do. He's telling you, I'm going to gather my people and put them back in their land. Prepare yourself business-wise. You know what's about to happen. You know it's going to happen. Also, when it comes down to clothing, who are these that are coming out of the Great Tribulation, dressed in white, clean, fine linen? Oh, now you got your tailors, you have your seamstress. We need to be looking into making clothes. And then we need the farmers, we need to be looking into making flax. I forgot what the plant called, but the plant that makes that you get linen from, it also, you get flax seed oil from that plant. But you can also make sheets, clothing out of that plant. That's a business. Either you're in the farming or you're in the recycling of it. and you want the oil out of them, you just want to use the oil for health purposes and cooking and things of that nature. That's what it's for. But I'm telling you, if we look at the scriptures and what the Most High says is going to happen, brothers, look at. And I'm not trying to what's the word? Push upon you in a push upon you a greedy understanding. But it's something that we need to look at, and it don't make sense for us to go there and we know to come there and then talk about we need to get this here started. When some of you brothers and sisters have the means to get it started. If you got those means to get those things started, look to brothers and sisters that's here. And like I said, if you want your business here, but you're not ready right now to come here, you reach out to brothers who can maintain your business until you get here for you to say, hey, you know what? I'm here now. I can go ahead and manage it. That's what you can do. You have that. You have the opportunity. All right. I appreciate that, Rick. And so, brothers, I mean, we're at this opportunity now. You know we're going to be building homes. And you, now I ain't gonna say usually, and then ask yourself what goes into the homes. Say, for instance, let me see. Kitchen, stove, refrigerators. Brothers, it's going to get to the point where brothers are going to take a refrigerator and they're going to take that refrigerator apart. They're going to take it apart just to put it back together a whole lot better. Then they're going to start creating their own refrigerators here locally. What? We built that way. We are built that way. I'm serious. What? TVs, communications. What else? Taking a car motor and having it where it can run off water. Attach it to your house. Attach that motor to your house like a generator. Only thing about it is serving a house for electricity. These are the things, brothers and sisters, that we should be thinking about. We know what the scripture says he's going to do for his people. But thinking ahead is going to be a blessing for us and those that really take to heart as to, you know what, let me go ahead and put this in place. Because it's going to serve its purpose now and then. And that then is closely right up on us, brothers and sisters. That then is right up on us. Now, when it comes to the movement of money, this is, like I said, this is just my suggestion. Deal with the brothers that know how to move money. The brothers and sisters that know how to move money, that's who you need to deal with. They're going to understand the movement of it. They're going to understand that. And then as others come in who may not be so savvy about moving money, let's just say the locals, they're going to pick up. They're going to start understanding the movement of money. And you just won't get rich. Sister Kathy just won't get rich. Brother Eric, nope, he won't be the only one getting rich. All of us is going to get a piece of that. All of us is. It don't make sense to sit here and talk, oh man, I want to go. No, you're going to get it. We're going to know how to move it. We're going to know exactly how to move it. This continent, brothers and sisters, when they say on the news and they try to play Africa as a small place, no, you can get lost here in Africa. And I'm speaking literally lost. You can go off into these deep villages. Nobody will know you. They will not know that you're there. This place is humongous. If the Most High, I ain't gonna say if, when He does put us in it, we're gonna have room. We're gonna have room to move around. They just lied on TV. They lied. Period. This continent is a very humongous place. And when you do see mountains, and if you just went close to that mountain and then look over the hill, you will see more and more land. You're going to see more and more land. When was this, Brother Dylan? I mean, I didn't see that. I mean, if I did, I probably wasn't paying attention. When to tell you, he give that advice when donating or giving proceeds to business, give small. Oh yeah, that's true. You talking about a small amount? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm in agreement with that too. You know, sit there and just send nobody no $20,000. And unfortunately, we have a situation where a family did just that. They did. They did just that. But now let's be like, and now you got to go through all this feuding and everything. But I'm gonna tell you something on that. If you come into a contract and you investing, now on both sides, just because you're giving money, brothers and sisters, just because you giving money, it don't mean that you go be right all the time. You got some brothers who give money and they renege on the contract themselves. So now, when I say bring elders in, I mean bring elders in, because if the loaner is reneging, you go fall back. You gonna get some repercussions on that off the top. You gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Now you open up. You say you gonna do this here and you do that and you renege on it. No, yeah, you gonna run it. You gonna run into you gonna run into some issues. This is the reason why I'm saying always have the elders and have your stuff have a complete understanding how it's going to go this way or go that way, and what if a person decides to back out, how is this going to be fixed? This should be done this way, or this should be done that way, one or the other. Hold on, brother. Are you talking about $10,000, brother, or are you talking about $250,000, brother Dylan? But brothers, I mean, this is what I have experienced, and that's the only reason I speak upon it, because I seen things go wayward. I did. I seen things go wayward, and it's sad. And there was no understand. Well, it was understandable. But when things go south, that's when everybody gets their own understanding. Well, I thought this. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's what. Well, I thought. No, that's something that we need to talk about. We don't have to worry about going into the future talking about what I thought. No, no, we get it in writing, have everything down pat, and that right there is going to bypass a lot of that unnecessary nonsense. You start with 10,000 first or so if the business needed. And then, yeah, that's true. Now I agree with you saying, brother Dylan. I see what you're saying. Business sense, yeah. I see that, yes. Uh-huh. But now, like me and brother Galen was talking about, brother Jones, this is Kathy husband. I laid it down to him. I said to him, that's too much. I got you, brother Dylan. I got you. Mm-hmm. Me and brother Galen, and I told him, I said, man, the way, because I'm looking at this owner's setup here where I'm staying, and I was like, man, and I got to send it over to Galen, and I said, this little, I ain't gonna say little, but this patch of land, he got it all decorated with trees and everything. Me, myself, it'll be a little small garden. That's what it will be for me. Because now, and this place, if it's going to serve as a hotel or Airbnb, um, just let the brothers and sisters here, whoever come and stay, hey, you can go out there and get you some fruits or vegetables and go back in the house and cook it. Then at the same time, you still have a place outside up under a canopy that you can cook under. So it's a very relaxing atmosphere and things of that nature. But it's a very good business atmosphere to have, especially brothers and sisters that want to come and stay in things. Yes. But now, Brother Dylan, I tell you what you do. You can shoot, brother. You can send it. Well, you got my email, Brother Dylan. Yeah, you got my email. So I mean, you want to discuss that, yeah. But brothers, there's a need, and it's going to be a change. There's going to be a change in the events. We already know these things, brothers, from a scriptural standpoint. All we have to do is pay attention to the scriptures and start to apply them in our lives spiritually, mentally, and also physically. One, we got to take it in spiritually. All right. I believe that this is what's going to happen. In the day that it does happen, I hope you brothers and sisters put in place of what you know is about to happen. You know that once the Most High gather his people and bring them back in the land, what is some things they're going to have? What are some things they're going to have? One, shelter. Two, one, food, shelter, clothing. Those are the things they're going to need. Those are the things they're going to need. Now, mind you, don't get me wrong. For brothers and sisters that gave into the thoughts and say, hey, you know what? I want to prepare myself for this Exodus. Brother, you already got a war. That's I would, according to them, that's about to start, and it's going to get a whole lot worse. It's going to get major. It's going to get way worse. Then the Exodus is going to be a whole lot stronger for you, because now you're seeing what's happening. And now, like I was saying a week ago, it's when that first bomb drops, reality is going to kick in. When that first bomb drops, brothers and sisters, and the place is unlivable. Hey, tell you and other channel was talking about, some of us may go into what kind of camps they was calling what type of camp? FEMA camps. I hope not. I'm just speaking for myself. I will hope not. That's just me. I hope and pray to the Most High that I can be able to get out before then. I'm not even trying to anticipate a few months. I'm not. From when I go back and take care of my business, I'm not anticipating no few months. No, I want to get there, do what I need to do, and be about my business. That's what I'm about. And hooking up with other brothers and sisters, say, hey, let's do this here, and things of that nature. Because I do know the strength of brothers. I know the strength of sisters. I know that as long as you have understanding and you got your contracts and everything is in order, this is how we can move this money around. It ain't gonna be no one person doing this, brothers and sisters. And, you know, and now you might get that. I mean, if that's what your line of thinking may have been, no, it ain't gonna be just you. No, it's not. In order for that money to grow, they're gonna have to touch somebody else's hands. It is a necessity that it touches someone else's hands other than yours. Because you may know this about that particular money and how you can make that money grow. But brother Eric and brother Dylan knows, all right, but I can move this money and I can flip that like 10 times before the month is out. Mm. See, that's the thing, brothers and sisters. Being trying to have a selfish outlook on things, that's not gonna be part of it. I mean, no. That selfishness, no, it's not gonna have its place. You're gonna get yourself hemmed up. But when you let that money flow, you let that money flow the way it's supposed to flow, everybody is going to eat. If you think what you're seeing what the nation is doing, the other nations, you thoroughly ain't seen Israel. You haven't thoroughly seen Israel. I think we will blow our own minds. We're going to blow our own minds of how we move. And we're gonna be moving, we gonna move so smoothly. The nation's going to take the nation is going to have to pay attention to what we're doing. Is these the same people that we kept down? How is it that they're moving the way they're moving? Most High got his people back. And it's in all that glory and how we move money, how we work together. All of that glory goes right back to Yah. The world is going to see it. They're going to look at us. When they're looking at us, they're glorifying the Most High. This is why I say, brothers, it is so important that we work together because it's all about the glory going back to Yah. Off the top. Off the top. This is the reason why you need elders right down to this very day. It's to alleviate some unnecessary nonsense. This is what we need. This is a necessity of what we need. That's what we need. And so, along with keeping an open heart and an open mind, brothers and sisters, during these last days, and I know it sounds like it's a difficult thing to do. Yes, we're gonna have to start trusting one another again. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to. And that trust, brothers and sisters, it can come with stipulations. I mean, some brothers and sisters made a name for themselves. And so it's not necessarily that you got to trust prove your trust. They have to prove theirs. Now, and so you would need to truthfully proceed with caution, but we still need to trust one another. We do. We will have to start trusting one another based on knowledge. Make sure we put that caveat in there. Based on knowledge. They're not the scriptures say you deal with your brothers and sisters according to knowledge. Now, if you know this person here has a habit of, ain't gonna call him a lie, but like to stretch the story, all right, you know what you're dealing with. You know exactly what you're about to get into. He like to stretch the story a little bit. So I gotta break that story up to break it down to its proper context. When if you know that about your brother and sister, you know. But it's going to be an overwhelming, beautiful situation to see that we got ourselves. I mean, the Most High drew us back together as a nation, and now that energy, that strength, the Most High is going to give us that we had in the West to build their place up. We're gonna have that same opportunity now. It's time for us to build up our continent. That's what we're going to have. We're going to have a continent, not this little old small place they call the U.S. This is the opportunity we have in front of us. I tell you, it's beautiful things, brothers. I mean, just sit back and imagine a lot of the things that we all can do, that we can have our share in. And in conclusion, brothers and sisters, let's always think ahead. We need to think ahead. The Most High has given us a last day scenario of what He's going to do. If those last days involve any type of building, planning, or whatever, take it into consideration as a business. That's how we need to start looking at these things. Did not the Most High say, in the last days, they will be eating and building, and man marrying, and women being given in marriage? All you got to do is look at it. All right. They're going to be getting married. What? All right. There's a whole lot of businesses in that. He said they're going to be building. All right. I need to get into the building industry. And we already know that once those days go by, I mean, we still going to be building. I mean, and at the same time, you're talking about resurrection, the resurrection of our brothers and sisters, our families, and things of that nature. I mean, when I say brothers, there's a whole lot that's going to play out, because the Most High said it's going to happen. He said it's going to happen. I mean, roads need to be built. There's a lot of things, brothers, from a scriptural standpoint that we can take into consideration right now, and we have that ability to apply it and make it a reality. That's what we have. Let's not wait till the last moment. So, oh, we in Africa, sleeping on the ground because we ain't got no house. And it's a whole lot of it. We just whatever, sleeping in a tent or whatever. Use the Most High's prophecy to put yourself in a better position. That's just my encouragement. And that may sound way off the wall, but now way off the wall is going to be more of a reality. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a reality. One day, the Most High is going to say, it is enough. Gather all of my people. Put them back in their land. And when that happens, brothers and sisters, yeah, it's going to be real then now. It's going to be real. It's going to be real. Those brothers and sisters who took off, took it upon themselves, said, you know what, I'm getting out of Babylon. Brother Ricky, brother Eric Tinsley, sister Lisa, yeah, they did it. They did it. They're already here. And for some of them, for all of them, they're paving the way for you to come. They are paving the way for you to come. For your coming, rather. Your coming. I understand. Everybody just can't jump up and just go to Africa. No. The Most High says He's going to gather His people. He's going to do just that. So I'm not going to even try to think I'm going to browbeat somebody because you ain't came to Africa. Nope. I'm not going to do that. But brothers and sisters, always look at the Most High's prophecies and apply them to the building up of our nation, of our people. Look at it and apply it. Keep your mind open. Keep your heart open. And all the while, being shrewd in everything that you do. Being shrewd. And on that note, you brothers and sisters, be safe out there. I know it's morning there. You are keep brothers and sisters in mind. And like I was saying, Sister Kathy, I'm gonna have that information for the flight from Atlanta to Arkansas. And the information, and we just go from there. But other than that, brothers and sisters, you all be safe, and I hope to see you, brothers and sisters, tomorrow. You too, Brother Roberts. Shalom.